AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. Hidden from my sight, I discover meaningful details that delight. AI translates many languages for me across the sea. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI is behind Alexa, Siri and self-driving cars. I am amazed by the help near and far. AI clones my voice and talks back like me. I enjoy how it caters to my curiosities. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI helps me write better poems and essays. I can express myself in creative ways. AI can create many images for me. Now I can visualize my wildest dreams. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI simplifies many complexities for me. I use them for games and for learning and reasoning. AI has some limits and even makes mistakes. I turn to God for wisdom for all of my days. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI doesn't know right from the wrong, so I trust in God to guide me all along. AI confuses fiction as facts. I trust in God to lead me in His plans. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, wisdom and harmony. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI recognizes patterns hidden from my sight. I discover meaningful details that delight. AI translates many languages for me. I can chat with kids across the sea. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI is behind Alexa, Siri and self-driving cars. I am amazed by the help near and far. AI clones my voice and talks back like me. I enjoy how it caters to my curiosities. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI helps me write better poems and essays. I can express myself in creative ways. AI can create many images for me. Now I can visualize my wildest dreams. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI simplifies many complexities for me. I use them for games and for learning and reasoning. AI has some limits and even makes mistakes. I turn to God for wisdom for all of my days. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI doesn't know right from the wrong, so I trust in God to guide me all along. AI confuses fiction as facts. I trust in God to lead me in His plans. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI recognizes patterns hidden from my sight. I discover meaningful details that delight. AI translates many languages for me. I can chat with kids across the sea. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI is behind Alexa, Siri and self-driving cars. I am amazed by the help near and far. AI clones my voice and talks back like me. I enjoy how it caters to my curiosities. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI helps me write better poems and essays. I can express myself in creative ways. AI can create many images for me. Now I can visualize my wildest dreams. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI simplifies many complexities for me. I use them for games and for learning and reasoning. AI has some limits and even makes mistakes. I turn to God for wisdom for all of my days. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, to unravel God and His world better, and learn of His wisdom and harmony. AI doesn't know right from the wrong, so I trust in God to guide me all along. AI confuses fiction as facts. I trust in God to lead me in His plans. AI is a grand tech revolution, created by man's creativity, and his world better, and learn of his wisdom and harmony.
Good evening to this warm talk today. I am happy to have you here to teach the important know-how. Hope you would like to listen and the joy of having good fun and deep thought. Guess the surprise. We will start soon. Sit back, pretty people. Stay human. Good evening to this warm talk today. I am happy to have you here to teach the important know-how. Hope you would like to listen and the joy of having good fun and deep thought. Guess the surprise. We will start soon. Sit back, pretty people. Stay human. Good evening to this warm talk today. I am happy to have you here to teach the important know-how. Hope you would like to listen and the joy of having good fun and deep thought. Guess the surprise. We will start soon. Sit back, pretty people. Stay human. Okay, welcome everyone. So that's the first demo you saw. That's a clone of my voice. I didn't speak that. It's just I just typed the text and it's an AI model that spoke. Okay, so welcome everyone. So we'll get started. So the presentation is going to take about an hour with about 13 demos I've planned. So most of it is recorded live. So some of it I'll do it live in front of you, and other things are recorded live. So we'll get through it like that. And if you have questions, please continue to post it on the chat. And yeah, I'll answer all of them. Okay, so any question is welcome, simple, complicated, any kind of question, any thoughts, whatever. Okay, so this is the first time I'm talking to general people, so forgive me if I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. And I've tried to try and cover many interesting points, and in the end we will have a good discussion, I hope. Yeah, okay, so enjoy the presentation. Right, so I'll start with a code written by AI. GPT-4 wrote this when we were having a conversation. In the end, I'll share a PDF for you that's about 38 pages. A lot of interesting conversations I had with GPT-4. Okay, so in case you don't have access, you can see how good it is and enjoy reading it. Okay, yeah. So the complexities and intricacy of AI systems can be seen as a testament to the divine design that exists within human intelligence. So AI is a testament to divine design. As humans create AI, they are, in a sense, mirroring the creativity and intelligence that God used to create the universe and everything within it. So this is written by AI. Amazing. So we were just having a chat. So discussing about God and AI. So it spitted out this, right? Okay, so my background. So am I eligible to talk about AI? Maybe a little bit. So I'm teaching and working with current AI models since 2014. I said current because there are lots of earlier generation models which did not succeed so much, but around 2012, there was a big breakthrough. So I picked it up from around 14. And we build the AI models from scratch. We write them, code them from scratch. I've guided 2 PhDs entirely on language models. So the language models that GPT-4 is based on. And I've trained many AI models. And AI transformation I was waiting for is finally here. I'm super happy that something was expected to happen, and it is happening during our current time. So that's fantastic. Right, another quote by Jeffrey Hinton. I'm not, if you watched news, he just quit from Google. And because of him, because of his models, we have progressed so much. He designed some good models that are making big impact in the AI field. So he said, it's as if you had 10,000 people, and whenever one person learned something, everybody automatically knew it. And that's how these chatbots can know so much more than any one person. It takes away drudge work. So he's saying it's like 10,000 people learning and then syncing up instantaneously. So just an example of how powerful AI models can be. Okay, so this is a newspaper clipping I saw in 1903. I mean, there's a speculation on when exactly this was released, but the idea is somebody said man won't fly for 1,000,000 years, and you know what happened? Just a few years or few months later, man started flying. So AI was also expected like that. People said, "Oh, it won't take off. It'll be just another hype." But last year onwards, we were seeing big progress, and I think it's time to talk about it. Right. So AI growth, if I was thinking of an example for us to understand. So maybe 1980 is when I was born, And so when I was born, those times there was no, not even landline telephones were common. It was not common, I guess. So, but if somebody gives us a 5G smartphone, how will it be? It'll blow our mind, and we won't even know how to effectively use it. Something like that is what is how I am looking at AI. It's there is so much potential, and there's so much people are doing, and we're just starting to get a taste of what we can do with AI, right? Okay, first demo. So I've spread the demo through the presentation so that you don't get bored, or you can have a fun also on the way. So the second demo is text to song. We can just write a text and create a song out of it. So what we did, one sec. So we've written a song on AI, and I just fed the chorus, and I said, please put it as per happy birthday tune. Okay, so it did it for me.
Is a grand tech revolution created by man's creativity to unravel God and his world better, learn of his wisdom.
Right, that's just a demo. Okay, so it's just starting off. So you can write text and convert that into a song. You can suggest your own music, and you can suggest a flavor, suggest a beat. So it started doing it for us. Okay, so next demo is text to music. So Google recently released a paper publication on text to music. So I just went to their website, captured some samples. If you're wondering what it is, on the left, there is a text, and text is what they gave the AI machine, and the music that it's playing is completely generated on its own. So based on the text, based on the description, it is for this particular piece, they said 15 seconds, you do this style, next 15 seconds, you do this style, and next 15 seconds. So it has put all of them together. No? So there was a voice in the previous clip. I'm not even sure if that's a language. So it's trying to create something. No, so yeah.
Na 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 na.
Okay. So that's about text to music. We are still in the early stages, but the progress is fantastic, and what we are able to achieve, what people are doing is so amazing. No? Okay. So this presentation is not meant to create a panic or fear, so but for us to get prepared, so and look ahead. And so AI is actually 50 plus years old. People are talking about AI for the past 50 plus years. And yeah, I believe, and all of us know, that it's a product of man's creativity, like how the AI model spit it out, because God has given us wisdom and the creative abilities, so we are able to create these AI models. And one caution, because all kinds of people are involved in creating AI models, the objectives for creating AI models may be sinful, so their objectives may not be right. Okay, so now is the right time to prepare. Let's look ahead, learn, and adjust. That's going to be the keyword for today. Okay, so AI is everywhere already. We see it in Siri, Alexa, Google Home. We have Google Home at home. So kids use it often to set reminders, ask questions, tell jokes, play songs, and even ask for dictionary meanings and things like that. So it's very helpful. YouTube, Facebook recommendations. So if you might have clicked something somewhere, and in another app, in another part of the world, you might see a recommendation related to what you clicked somewhere. So that's all AI. So they collect data from different points and help you see related content. And Grammarly uses AI. It helps us fix grammar. Many of us use it. Self-driving cars. Tesla's leading the race. Just by fitting cameras in the front, they're able to capture what's in the front, what's in the side, what's behind, and kind of understand what's around us and how should we navigate. Can we take a left? Can we take a right? Can we overtake? All those things. So in India, we have lane assist, Mahindra cars, and some other cars have lane assist. In Zoom, we have, so we have backgrounds, filters, we have apps that automatically transcribes speech, and it can even summarize notes for us. It can do a lot of things. And digital marketing, yeah, just mentioned. So AI is going to be the new electricity. It's like how electricity powered everything, in olden times, and now electricity is powering everything. Without electricity, it's hard for us to survive. So something like that, AI is going to be in all fields, all areas, and it's going to power everything for us. Okay, so AI and us, we coexist. So where all AI is going to get into? So just try listing some common places where AI is going to get into, or it's already there. So it's going to influence jobs in a big way. We'll talk about it a little later. Education, the way we study, it's going to influence that. Healthcare, transportation, finance, retail, art and design. There's a big improvement in art and design. So artists and designers will have to adapt themselves to, how they do art and design. It's traditional design is no longer, or you'll have to adapt. Okay, sports tracking. You can do live tracking of football players and analytics, and understand what's happening, what's the strategy. Okay, agriculture, automated agriculture, entertainment is a big place where AI is already being used to suggest songs for you, movies. Marketing, cybersecurity is going to be a big area. Security is going to be a major concern. Human resource, HR people will have to watch out. There's a lot of automation that's going on. Media, journalism, energy, legal, e-commerce, biotechnology, social media, manufacturing, etc. Okay. So is it good or bad AI? So we that question might come into our mind. So AI, like every technology, there are positives and negatives. Is nuclear technology good? And there are positives and negatives. So was electricity good? I was just trying to recollect, not recollect, trying to imagine. So how would it have been when people started having electricity for the first time? Without electricity, they would have slept, like, say, at 7 o'clock or 6:30, and would have got up early morning, 4 o'clock, 4:30. I'm not sure. Yeah. But when now with electricity, we sleep late and we get up late. So is that good or bad? So there is both good and bad. So with every technology, so AI is also like that. It can help us in many ways, and we should also watch out for the bad side of it. Okay, so artificial intelligence. So before we understand artificial intelligence, we should understand what is intelligence. So okay, so there are many ways we can define intelligence, but these are some ways I think would help us understand. These are some keywords which have help us understand what is intelligence. Reason, the ability to reason. So if something happens, then the other thing can happen. So if this doesn't happen, the other thing cannot happen. So when these two things come together, can the third thing fit in? So something like that. So the ability to reason. So God has given us, all right, from baby stage, we have that ability. So it only improves. We learn and adapt. Have the ability to reason. Planning is something that is associated with intelligence. So we plan for the day, we plan for the week, we plan for the year, we plan for a lifetime. So some of us might plan for a retirement. So what to do, where to settle down. So we're very good in planning. We're natural planners. We write down points. Solve problems. Okay, so there's simple problems like there's no water in the house, what to do, or to complex problems like climate change and poverty. Okay, so we are able to think of ways to solve problems. Think abstractly. So yeah, so we can generate ideas. We're very good in generating ideas. We are very good in analyzing the situation. Okay, comprehend complex ideas. So there are many things we think through in a day. We touch upon maybe 20 or 30 different fields. So any of us. So we play a father role. We go out to the office. We go to the shop. And manage everything. Okay, and yeah, we learn from experience. So today we made a mistake and we saw, okay, oh, so this is not how it works, or this is wrong. So tomorrow we correct it. And that's something that's very nice about human beings. We learn from experience. We see babies taking a step, and they know, okay, so if I do this, I fall, so should be careful next time. And common sense. Common sense is becoming more uncommon these days. So some things are known, so we know it. Okay, so this is how it is, and it makes sense to us. So everybody knows that kind of, and we have the ability to learn quickly. So to grasp things quickly. So we see something. Babies maybe look at a cat for the first time. Maybe once or twice they look at a cat, and they can identify a cat from any direction. If the cat is facing away from them, they can still identify. So some of these AI models are good at, some of these they are not. We will talk about that. Okay. So, but just keep in mind, when we say intelligence, we're talking about some of these things. Okay, so is AI a software? So is it a software or is it different? So I just thought I should clarify that. It's not software. Okay, so software is different. AI is different. So just some illustrations, some points. Okay, so in a software program, we have a few inputs. We have few conditions. So if you're building a if-else statement, so if you've written some code, you can say if this, then that, so something like that. So we feed in some inputs, but AI can have unlimited inputs, so we can feed in, say 10,000 million inputs, theoretically possible, and we are scaling up big time, so yeah, so we might have 1 million inputs to some of the AI models, and unlimited relationships are possible. So in software, we will write few conditions, so if we turn on the switch, turn on the light, but AI can handle, say many relationships. So if light is not enough, if there is people inside the house, if the door is open, things like that. Lots of relationships it can calculate and then take a decision. Okay, so software programs are based on a known solution. So you have well-defined problems. So you know the problem, what problem is, and then you have a known solution. You apply a known solution to it, or you have some rules. So this applies, this doesn't apply, like that. Okay, but AI can handle complex problems, and it can identify unknown patterns. So we'll see some examples. So when we feed in images, and it can identify relationships between images, and it can identify features, it can identify patterns, and it is able to recognize, use those patterns and build complex relationships that we are not even aware of. We would have never thought that these two are related like that, but AI is able to do that. Okay, so software program, it has a structure, and it's based on limited data. We can't throw unlimited data to it. But the AI is quite unstructured, and we can throw unlimited data at it. So we pick all the data in the internet, and people have trained this GPT-4 with that kind of data. So trillions and trillions of sentences. Okay, and a software cannot adapt. So once we load the software, so on our phone, we have the software, so if there is a bug, we have to now put a patch to fix it. It cannot adapt. Okay, so there is a bug, identify the bug, fix it, heal it. No, it cannot do that. But AI models can adapt and can learn from live data. So we put an AI model on, and it's seeing some new data, so the self-driving car, it's seeing some new scenarios, so it'll learn and adapt itself. Okay, so that's something that I should watch out for. I mean, it doesn't learn like that, but it feeds in data and it picks up more patterns, more relationships. And it can learn from live data. That's something that's fantastic about AI. So live data in the classroom, in the car, in the industry, it can learn on the fly. And accuracy in a software program, accuracy is limited to the rules. So we know some relationships and accuracy is limited to that. That could be another way of looking at things that we are not aware of. So AI models are good at improving their accuracy. So we tune them like that. And then over time, the more data they see, the better they improve and their accuracy keeps falling. So I'll show some examples. They become better and better. And a software program is built around common sense. What is commonly known, what works, what doesn't work, But AI models lack common sense, meaning we expect some simple, thing to, AI models to be aware of some very simple fact, but they wouldn't know that because they have not discovered that relationship yet. They would have discovered a lot of other complex relationships, but simple relationships they wouldn't have discovered. So that's something that's surprising about AI models. Simple questions they cannot answer, but very complex they might answer. I mean, they answer simple questions, but some of them they struggle. Okay, so I'm going to just show you some examples of how an AI model is built and how it looks. I won't take much time, but just for you to get an understanding of what it is. Right, so here this example shows, okay, so there is an input, this is the input, and you have a box. Inside the box, there are 4 squares, so you can fill 4 squares. 2 squares are filled on top. So that's like a line, So you build a new, if you build a AI model to classify this. Okay, so tell me, I'm giving an input. Tell me out of all these options in the output side, so which one of this is it? Okay, so you keep showing different models and you keep telling the AI model, if you see this, this is what it is. If you see this, this is what it is. So then the AI model will build a relationship. So when you show this side, gets strengthened, and AI model will strengthen this line, this relationship. Okay, so this network will be strengthened. So whenever you show this model, this will light up. It will recognize, okay, so it is this. When you show something else, something else will light up. So like that. So you look at the AI model, something like this. It's a complex network of relationships. So every input that you give is turned into a number, a set of numbers. Okay, any input. It could be text or image or speech or anything, video, okay, music, anything. So everything is turned into a set of numbers, and inside a lot of numbers are multiplied, and relationships are found out. Okay, so that's how they are very good. So relationships are found out, and then finally they come up with conclusions, either yes or no, or which category does it belong to, or is it, so things like that. Okay, so here there is a image network. So we want to build the network that identifies faces, facial recognition. Okay, so to identify faces, when you start showing faces, the earlier stages will identify actually lines. So some are standing lines, some are sleeping lines, some are slant lines, so things like that. And they will put together these lines and build some features. So one sleeping line, another sleeping line, one circle in between. So that'll form an eye. So one slant line, one like this, that's a nose. So things like that. They'll build features. And then they will put this together and they will build faces. Okay, so 2 eyes and 1 nose and 1 mouth. So that makes a face. And in this orientation, so 2 eyes on top, and between nose and a mouth. No, so that's how AI models are trained. No, so if you look at this, so probably the first hidden layer we say, so will identify only lines, and the second layer might identify features, eyes and nose. The third hidden layer might identify a face, so it is put together, it's stacked. Okay, so it's stacking the learning, so the learning accumulates, and then the deeper the model is, the better they learn, but it takes longer to learn if the model is very deep. Okay, so another live training. I thought I'll show this on the web browser itself. So just a second. Okay, so I'm just going to a website that is set up by Google. Here we can play around and learn how neural networks work. So if you want, you can also do this. Playground.tensorflow.org. So here we have some patterns. So let's start with a simple one. Just take 2 minutes to do this. Okay, so we have to identify a model that will separate the orange dots from the blue dots. So we have some inputs, so this is the first layer. As I said, it'll identify lines, and then these layers will identify some more relationships, and then it'll go on. Okay, so I'll start the model. So you see it training, and it has formed patterns like this. The thicker blue lines are the relationships, so this is the loss function, so it has almost hit 0. This is very easy for the model. It is able to separate. Let's give it a little more difficult task. A circular spread. So you have blue in the center and orange dots in the in the periphery. So let's try and use the same model to train it. So it is training. It is trained successfully, and the loss is almost close to 0. So you see the patterns it has formed. And so this each node is contributing to a particular shape, and then they are all put together, and you get what you want. So this is giving a curve down, the blue curve down. This is giving a blue curve up, and both together you get the blue circle in the center. So ANDing, ORing of these. Okay. And let's take a more complex example. So let's try. So it's learning, and it is kind of successfully learned. So these are the blue dots here, and this is blue dots here, and orange in both sides. So you see here the relationship is pretty complex, right? So you see here this node contributes heavily to the final relationship. So this node is very thick, and you can see the relationships between the nodes, right? Let's take a tougher example. This is much harder for the model. Let's do the same here. So it's we don't see it training. It's struggling. It's not able to find any relationship. So we need to help the model with some more inputs, some more patterns. Okay, so you take these patterns, see if you can solve with these patterns. Okay, so I've added some more inputs, say x square, x2 square, x1, x2, like that. So it's trying. You can see here it's trying. It's forming a lot of relationships, and using those relationships, it's trying. It's still struggling, but there's some improvement. Yeah.
Your screen is not clear.
Oh, it's not clear?
Yes, it's not clear. It's blurred.
Not sure why. Okay. You're able to at least make sense of what is happening?
Yes. Very
Okay.
vague pictures.
Is it? Okay. Maybe internet issues. Okay. Right, so that is all I wanted to show. So so we can add more layers to it. Okay, so just wanted to show what are the possibilities and how an AI model is actually trained. So we can stack up many layers and it'll train now much better. So this model it's only using the first 3 layers now. Okay, so yeah, let's get back. Okay, so okay, why now? So I said AI was there for 50 years. Now, what has happened now that we are seeing a significant progress? So these are the 3 contributors: huge data, huge computers, huge models. So data is coming from all places. We are feeding in data to big companies, small companies, all sorts of players. So from our phones, apps, PCs, web search, shopping, social media, YouTube, etc. All of our activities, from our phones, a lot of data people are collecting, and there is a trend that is formed. There is a relationship. Okay, so if you're above 40 and if you're born before a certain age and if you're such and such, then you would use Facebook. Otherwise, you would use Instagram. Things like right. So earlier supercomputers, only few people had access to supercomputers. Now supercomputers are becoming much common, and even at home, the computers that we have are like the supercomputers of about 10 years ago. So they're very powerful. They can do 10,000 trillion operations in 1 second. Floating point operations we say, math operations. That's what is helping them to be so powerful. And this is slightly outdated data, but now computers are becoming very sophisticated, right? Okay.
Phil,
Okay, so
your
the
screen
models
is still very, very blurred. Can't read
is
the
it
text properly. Yes.
okay? Let's see what I can do. Okay, Betty, can you go ahead and share the slides as a PDF? So in case someone wants to follow, they can follow.
Probably you can unshare and again share. It may improve.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I can switch off the camera, no problem. Yep. Okay. If I switch off the camera, maybe it'll be very monotonous for you, I think. Let me keep it on. Okay. So I hope Betty can share the PDF. And yeah, in case it's not clear for you, you can follow along the slides. I might scribble sometime. Okay, that's fine. Right, if it's very bad, stop me again. Okay, so models are improving so much. The GPT-4 model that I'm showing currently has a very low accuracy. It has a very low loss. It has an error rate of only about 1.4 or something, 1.4% error. That's far less than what human beings are capable of. So human beings, I'm not sure. These days, students do get 99% and all, but in very tough problems also, getting 99% is now harder. Okay, yeah, but these models, GPT-4, roughly, it's supposed to have, nobody has released the data, but people are estimating that it has about 1 trillion connections. Our brain, they are estimating that our brain has 100 trillion connections. So our brain is still very powerful. It's about 100 times powerful than the current models, but Our brain is much better in learning many things. It learns completely differently, but you can understand the scale of things where we are progressing towards, right? Okay. Now, there are three kinds of AI models. One is called narrow AI, other is called general AI, and there's a third category. People call it super intelligent AI. So narrow AI can do one job at a time. So if it recognizes cats and dogs, it can recognize only cats and dogs. If it can recognize a music pattern, it can do only so models. Okay, each of them can handle one. Yeah, please mute your mic. Okay, one task very well. Okay, so then there's something called general AI. So general AI can do many things. So it can handle image, video, text, audio, etc. Okay, we are not there yet. Okay, so I'm estimating, this is my estimate, about 2040 we will have good AGI, general uh, uh, intelligence. Okay. Okay, there's something called super intelligent AI. People are still talking about it. So that's like they can do in massive scale, massive things, almost everything A to Z. And, so that's like a lot of AGIs put together. Mhm. So that's, I'm estimating it's 2070. It could happen earlier. Right. Yeah, another demo. So text to image. So we can give text and we can get an image. It's pretty common now. I'm not sure if you've tried it already, but anyhow, so for those of you who have not tried, I'll take you through. Right. Oops. Okay, so this site I'm using is clipdrop.co/stable diffusion. So this model called stable diffusion is what is doing the job. It's very good. So I'll just give some small prompts. So
See, we are losing you. I think you should change to your phone internet. Everyone kindly wait. I think he has some internet issues.
sorry, I'm back. I think there is a issue with internet here. Right, so I'll do one thing. I'll switch to previously generated examples and let's move on. So, okay, so these are some examples that are generated. So you can see the prompt, we call it, the text that was fed on top. So cute orange robot eating butterscotch ice cream, wearing sunglasses. That's the prompt given. This is an image generated by AI. So very interesting images. So I'll just scan through. You can just have a look. So I'm not going to read the prompt. The prompt is on top of the image. So I'll just show you different images. Okay, so that's a sample of what AI can generate. There are more beautiful images we've seen, right? Okay, so what is AI good at? I'll just show some more examples of what AI is good at. AI is good at classifying things. No, so I said, is it good or bad, or is it cats or dogs, or is it spam or good email? No, so Google has that inbuilt in our email. No, this is an example people showed AI. No, it's hard for human beings to see as well. No, so I'll just zoom in a little bit. Which are the nuggets and which are the puppies? I'm not sure of which breed this is, but yeah, so you can see it's pretty difficult, pretty hard for, but AI models are doing a good job, even categorizing nuggets and these puppies, which almost look alike. Okay, so here people have merged an image and an audio and generated another image, which is a mix of this image and the audio context. So a pigeon plus a motorbike audio, and the image that was generated was with the motorbike, with a scooter and pigeons flying. So they understand the relationship and they put together images. So all these are original images. No, they don't exist in real life. They are generated images. So we can even give audio and generate image. So a penguin sound is given and a penguin picture we can get, so like that. What is it? A crane and waves, and then the bird with sitting on a river or an ocean is got. Okay, so we can just give audio and get an image also. Dog's audio, get dog, etc., etc. Right? Okay, so text to video. This is still in early stages. We can even just give a text and get a video out of it. So if we can get the image and a series of images, we can put together and get a video. So a small demo for that. Yeah. So this wouldn't look great, but these are the models that we got access to. And this is the origami flying pig. No, so the earlier one was a cartoon Lego block style. This is a metallic boy dancing and kicking. No, so you can see it's still in early stages. You can just imagine how it's going to improve, right? Okay, so in summary, AI is good at these things. Image is supposed to be very good. It's almost like 99% solved. Anything to do with image, we say that AI is very good. In detecting and generating, it's tracking. AI is very good in tracking things also. Okay, I think I should reduce this number, maybe 95, I should say. Okay, text is also very good. We'll see GPT-4, that's the current trending model that's transforming everything. No, it's very good in translation. Yes, so English to Hindi, there are some mistakes still because Hindi is a very complex language and it has a different word order, but it is doing a good job. And text generation, reasoning, it is very good in reasoning. We'll see some examples where AI models tries to reason, tries to understand the context. Yeah. Okay, so generating combinations, mix and match. That's called generative AI. We just saw text to image, and decision making or detection. Okay, so like recommendation models. Okay, so yeah, reasoning, we just saw. Software code, it is very good at software code. I'll show you some examples where it can write good code, not just basic code, but it can build apps, it can build websites. People are generating lots of interesting codes. I myself use it for code, fixing bugs, generating code, in an everyday context. And any routine or any sequence, if there is a routine, if there is, okay, one thing after another, so if there is a sequence of things to be executed, AI is good at it, good at understanding the sequence. Right, so 2 demos, custom chatbot and ask your PDF. So we are slowly getting into text-based models, and custom chatbot is you can give a context and discuss based on that context. So I just did a drag and drop and built a custom model for discussing current affairs. Okay, so this model, I was discussing current affairs a few days ago. So you can see I'm asking, I'm not sure if it's readable, but I'm asking what's the weather today in Hamirpur, Himachal Pradesh. I also said, give the weather forecast for the next 10 days. So, okay, so it went to the web, analyzed, took the data, and then showed it to me in a kind of a chatbot fashion. Yeah, so this is, it's not formatted well, but it has dumped the data. So next I asked, what is the top 3 updates in Manipur today? Yeah. Okay, so it's giving me at least 58 people have been killed. Okay, so that day's news it is giving. Okay, so then I asked, list the top restaurants in India. Okay, selling lobster. So it's able to gather that data and give it. Okay, so you get the idea. So it's pretty easy to build a custom chatbot for a custom scenario. So in your use case, for your use case, you can build chatbots and discuss on that area. So what is the current lowest airfare to fly from Chandigarh to Chennai? So it's saying current airfare is this much and you use this coupon and you get this much discount. Which airline is currently the best performing in terms of customer service? Okay. JetBlue Airways. Okay, so I'm not sure how true these things are, but yeah, it's possible to get data like this from the web. Okay, so ask your PDF. You can also do upload your own PDF and discuss based on the content in the PDF. So there is a document I can share the link for you. Evangelical Statement of Purpose Principles on AI. So I uploaded this document and I started asking some questions based on the document. So it first summarizes the document for me. It's currently summarizing the document. So these are the things present. These are some of the main points in the document. But I thought I should ask it. So this is based on GPT-4, GPT 3.5. So it's linking up with GPT 3.5, and it is using that language model and this PDF as the document, and I can ask questions on this PDF. So I said, explain. Okay, explain the stand on morality and AI. So it gave me this. Okay, so it's doing a good job in summarizing. Okay, so I'll just fast forward a little bit. So then I asked, can AI become human? So the document is talking a little bit about that. So it was able to fetch that for me. And is AI more powerful than God? So then it's saying, no, it's not. Okay, so it's able to understand the context and fetch that for me. So write a summary in the context of usage, how we can use AI safely, no? So that context, so it's giving that answer for me. right? So that's about this demo, right? So ask your PDF. Okay, so let's get into the interesting model ChatGPT-4. Okay, so it's called GPT-4, and ChatGPT is the older model. So since everybody knows it as ChatGPT, just typed it like that. It's a large text model. So as I said, they have probably used about 1 trillion sentences, so from entire internet. It understands and reasons. It's able to understand and reason. You can have a discussion, a conversation, a long conversation. So in the end, I'll share a PDF with you that's about 38 pages, I think. So a lot of interesting conversations that I picked up from ChatGPT, and you can have a look. You can have a good read, good laugh. Okay, so it's very collaborative and creative. So you can be very specific. So I want this in this style, and you can ask it to create content. So it can create, and it has vast amount of general knowledge in many fields. It has good knowledge. It has understood. It has built a relationship between a lot of things, and it has problem solving abilities. It's able to solve problems. It's relatively safe in the sense they have built a program on top of it, a software on top of it, to identify some keywords, avoid some keywords, identify child abuse and things like that. And one interesting thing I found is it's trained on Bible as well. I mean, it's not released anywhere, but I had lots of discussion for the past 2 months, and it's very good in understanding concepts in Bible and reasoning, answering questions, interpreting verses, finding relationships between verses. It's very good. Okay, so this question was asked to ChatGPT, explain this picture. So then it's able to understand. The unusual thing about this image is that a man is ironing clothes on an ironing board attached to the roof of a moving taxi, right? So it's able to understand that. Okay, so ChatGPT demo. I have to go live on the browser for this. I hope everything works this time. Let's see. Okay, so I've just logged into my ChatGPT. So on the left is a lot of long list of discussions I've had earlier. So just prepared some questions. 1 second. Let's pick this up. Right. So I have some questions ready. So I'm just going to copy paste it. So I'm sorry. So I'm saying write an 8-line poem on basic math. So it said, in the realm where numbers dance and sway, additions joins them in harmonious play, subtraction takes away, makes less, in multiplications field numbers coalesce. Division splits with a precise line, where integers and fractions oft intertwine. These are the tools of arithmetic's craft in the world of math where logic is draft. Okay, so whether you like it or not, it's a nice poem. So next, I thought I should ask some questions. Generate 5 question and answers for 11-year-old on space. So say I'm asking it to generate 5 random questions. No, I've never asked this. This is the first time I'm asking these things. So it's able to generate, what is the biggest planet in our solar system? It's Jupiter. Can humans breathe normally in space like they do on Earth? Now I said 11-year-old, so it's able to understand the context and able to generate 5 interesting questions related to space. Then I thought I should ask a question. Today afternoon, I just typed this. Explain why the yellow in the egg takes longer to cook. I've never had this doubt, but why not ask? This is the first time I'm asking, no? So let's see what it says. The yellow part of the egg, also known as the yolk, takes longer to cook than the white part or the egg white because of their differing compositions. Then it says egg whites are primarily made up of water and proteins. On the other hand, egg yolk contains more fats and less water than the egg white. I'm not sure if any of you had any question like this. Okay, so next I thought we'll check the reasoning ability. So arrange the following 5 things, okay, one on top of the other in the correct order. Okay, so I'm giving these things 9 eggs. I've seen a presentation, somebody do a very similar experiment. So I've not used the same things. I'm using completely a different set of things. But let's see, 9 eggs, 1 nail, 3 straws, a book, an apple. Okay, so let's see. Here is an arrangement that should be stable. Book, it's flat and sturdy, making it a good base. 9 eggs, placing them on the flat surface of the book should distribute the weight well, but be sure they're not likely to roll off. Apple, it's sturdy and has a rounded shape which can nestle in between the eggs. 3 straws, these are lightweight, so they can sit atop the apple without disturbing it. 1 nail as the smallest and lightest item. This can safely be placed on top of the straws. I'm not sure how to place it on top of the straws, but remember, there's a theoretical arrangement. In practice, balancing these objects on top of each other could be very challenging, especially the eggs. Okay, last question. Okay, 2 more, I think. Okay, so I'm going to ask a tricky question. Is it not better to tell lies than to get caught telling the truth? What do you think? Should the answer be? Our philosophy around truth and lying is complex and often depends on individual perspectives and cultural norms. However, it's generally regarded as ethically and morally better to tell the truth than to lie, even if the truth may lead to negative consequences in the short term. Telling the truth helps to build trust. Okay, so like that, it gives a nice answer. So you can read it and I can send it to you, the answer, right? So I just wanted to show you that it's able to reason. Last question, I'm going to ask why this joke is funny, right? Explain why this joke is funny. It can even understand why this is a joke and why it's funny. The joke is, what's the banana peel's favorite type of shoe? I said answer, the slippers. So why is it funny? The joke is funny due to a play of words, especially a pun, which is a form of wordplay that exploits multiple meanings of a term for harmonious effect. In this joke, the term slippers has 2 meanings. One is the obvious one, a type of comfortable shoe, often worn at home. The second meaning relates to the verb to slip. So it kind of understood. So it's able to reason. No? So you see the power of ChatGPT and large language models. Right, let's get back to the presentation. Okay, so I hope you're still with me. So some more slides, not many. So let's get through it and then have some discussion. So big changes. Okay, so 2 areas I thought we should discuss. One is education, other one is jobs. So we're going to see big changes in these 2 areas. Yeah, so education. So some merits, some good things are going to happen. It's happening for me as a teacher. I used GPT-4 every day to find examples, new illustrations, ideas, check my own reasoning, write code, write different style of code. Some things I've learned, some things for the past 9 years or so, I've been struggling to understand. I understood, I had a spine chilling moment when when GPT-4 explained that to me, So that's fantastic. So we can have a custom plan, we can have a content selection, So for that individual, each of us are in different phases of learning. In a class, I often find, students, some of them catch things just like that, even before I open my mouth. Some of them, they're way behind, So all kinds of students. So we can have custom learning plan, for each of them, and different style of delivery, and different pace for each student. That's possible. Okay. On the fly checks. So auto-generated quizzes. So I'm reading a passage, so I want to check, okay, so how much I've understood this passage, so it can auto-generate quizzes for me and ask questions in a personal way, and I can check, if I've understood or not. Collaborative approach, not a lonely walk, so in a sense, so there's somebody with me learning things with me, that kind of feeling. So we can visualize concepts. We can say, for example, I'm learning a math concept and I can ask it to plot it for me. So plot this for me, show how it is. Give me an example, give me another example, give me a different, so in a context, different context, illustrations. Okay, so connections between concepts. So I'm learning something in physics. How is that related to something in math? So, or how is that related to chemistry? Role play. So we can do role play. We can ask these models to based on whatever they've learned about a person, we can ask them to assume that role, and we can have a chat with that person. So so for Nehru, for example, so how was it? How was life those days? So what kind of struggles you had? Things like that. Okay, so historian or scientist. And one thing I like to say these days, classrooms, I'm still teaching. So classrooms are often teacher-centered. So teacher will come and dump his content and students have no other goal just to absorb all the content that teacher is giving. But using AI models, it can be student-centered. A student can learn what he or she wants to learn and the way they want to learn. That's possible. And multidisciplinary learning is possible. So for example, I'm in engineering college, and once a student chooses electronics engineering, he hardly has an opportunity to explore mechanical or chemical engineering or textile engineering. He's completely cut off from all those places. But using these means, he can stay in touch, and learn. Okay, so learning can happen through many possible avenues now. So using chat, using activities, games, poems, songs, jokes, puzzles, lots of different ways. And learning can happen without judgment. So a teacher might say, oh, you didn't understand this, or you didn't do the homework. Okay, second day you didn't do the homework. So teacher might start putting you in a box. So but these AI models can be built in such a way that they are kind. Voice assistants, kids with learning disabilities can also participate. So they're not left alone. Lots of different learning disabilities can be there, or so those kids can also participate with voice-based exchange and things like that. Okay, so demo 10, Khan Academy. So Khan Academy has done a very good job of integrating this AI model. Just show it for you. This is the only demo that I have picked it up from internet. Okay, there's one more. Okay, 2 demos. So yeah, you can watch.
We can't hear any audio.
Is it? Oops.
Yes.
That's sad. Oh, okay. I was expecting some audio to come through. Audio is full here.
Now it's okay. We are able to hear.
Oh, okay, but the video, there is audio inbuilt in the video.
No, that is not coming in through.
Okay. That's okay. So I'll just explain it through. So initially there was a chat. So okay, so chat with the student. He can have AI model is helping step by step to help him solve. Then there is a chat with the historical figure. Then there is a chat with a literary character from a book or something. So that example I wanted to show. Okay, so sorry. Okay, I'm over time. So let's take about 15 minutes or so. So I'll just get through some important points and then we'll close. Okay, so there are some demerits in doing education supported by AI. We should be careful. Okay, so possible to lose one's own original thought process. This is happening to me. So I'm just 2 months, I'm using GPT-4, but I'm realizing that I'm becoming lazy to think. So I'm going there for ideas. I'm going there. That's where I'm turning to. So that can happen. So we might start losing our original thought process. Okay, so limited human interaction because now it's between computers or machines. We would not know how to interact with human beings. Ethical concerns, there are biases and different value systems. It's based on what kind of data it was trained on. So there could be a different value system that what I want to follow. So misinformation, it could give incorrect information. So it might confidently say something that doesn't mean that it is correct. I've spotted many times lots of mistakes that AI models have spitted out, right? And it might use fiction as facts. So I even asked for my own profile. It wrote a nice, fantastic profile, which was completely incorrect. Okay. Other problem could be overwhelming content. There's too much content. How to manage this? Where to go? What to choose from? Even the internet has become like that now. AI models could throw a lot of content at us. And screen time, cheating, that's being debated by teachers and professors around. Is it okay to use, not use, so these things, okay? Okay, so about jobs, just a few slides. So on the right side, you see this is what is happening currently. So whatever is repetitive in nature, so if it has a high repetition, if there is a very step-by-step systematic process, and that's what happens again and again, it's very easy to repeat. So even software can repeat that. So if it has lower repetition, then AI models, earlier AI models can do that. When there's complexity, then current AI models are able to do very well. That's what we call as deep learning. So there is a little bit of space left for human beings, which is not taken over by AI yet. That's like low repetition and very high complexity. So that's the space that is currently left. So it's compared with the medical doctor, and there are some rare diseases that no one has seen, AI models have not seen, build trust and things like that. So there are many things, routine things that AI models are doing a better job than medical doctors now. Healthcare, it's being used a lot, using sensors, accurate diagnosis. There are lots of stories where, things like cancer was diagnosed just because of AI. A doctor was not able to diagnose it. Handle large crowds in hospitals. No, I've just listed some points. To handle crowds in hospitals, AI can be used. Auto follow-up patients, follow-up questions and reminders. Predict early and better. So we can predict early because AI models are able to identify patterns, see some things that doctors are not able to see. Reminders and guidance and even counseling. There are AI models that are good in counseling. Okay, so let's get to some exams and coding examples. So this is an Amazon exam that GPT-4 took. That happened on, there is a date also, January 6th this year, and it got 100% score. And the test was 2 hours and it finished in 3 minutes, 59 seconds. What do you say? So if a human would have taken that, he would have needed 2 hours and he still wouldn't have got 100%. I'm not sure if people are there are people who get 100%, but yeah. So these are different exams, and GPT-4 is excelled in all of them, lot of them. And GPT-4 has passed UPSC also, UPSC exam also with the, the cutoff was 87 marks, and it it got 162 marks. And yeah, Leak Code is one place where people go for hard codes. So there are some easy codes and medium level code, software codes, and hard codes. Hard level, higher level codes. So GPT is able to do reasonably well in easy, at about 30% in medium, and it has cracked some hard codes as well. So you just give the question, the problem statement, and it's able to crack that much. So you can see models are improving every day. And okay, so demo 11. So I'm just going to show some software code that it's able to write, even fix bugs. Yeah, so just a short demo of that. So there's something called Genie in Visual Studio. So if we install that plugin, connect it with GPT, then it's able to. So I said, give me a, I think I said, give me an alternative code. So it's giving me an alternative code. No, sorry, I asked it for optimizing this. So now I'm saying write a Python code to count the number of characters in a string, I think. So there's something that I know that, so I can check what it has done. So it's not just giving code, it's also giving explanation of why it has used certain function. Okay, so I said use a different function for the same. It has managed to find another function to do the same. It has written another loop. Okay, so I said translate the above code into C. So it wrote a Python code. Now the same code, I said write it in C. I said now into C++. So then I turned it into C++, the same function. And it is also giving me an explanation of what it is. So I said write a HTML template. Okay, HTML code to count viewers in my page. Yeah. Okay, so it has written, given me a block to count the number of people visiting my page, my web page, right? So you can see, so it's doing very well. So this is the improvement GPT-4 has got. So GPT 3.5, which is the free model. So if you go to the chat OpenAI page, the free model uses GPT 3.5. And if this accuracy, okay, so ChatGPT-4, if ChatGPT-4's accuracy is 100%, then GPT 3.5's accuracy is about 20%. You can see the jump from 20% to, so about 5 times improvement GPT-4 has got. No, so it's improving every day, and this is last year's model. Okay. Yeah, so some limitations and dangers, some of them I've mentioned, but just to list them. It confuses fiction as facts. I've already mentioned that. Confidently presents a wrong answer. No, so it's very bad at math because it's an approximation model, but it can use calculator functions and solve problems efficiently. Okay, it lacks common sense and understanding. So some things I found, even a 1-year-old child or 2-year-old child would know, but AI models do not know. Okay, there is bias in algorithms because the data we've provided has bias inside. Dependence on data and quality of data, that's extremely high. So yeah, so okay, so job displacement is going to happen in a big way in the coming years. Some jobs are going to disappear, some new jobs are going to come. There'll be privacy issues. All of our data is being captured, and security issues. And we still don't know what happens inside. So I showed you AI models and the kind of relationships they are forming. For smaller models, we can understand, but when the models grow very big, 1,000 dimensions, we're talking about 10,000 dimensions of model structure, then it becomes very complicated for us to understand. So it's still a black box. We don't know what's happening inside. So AI plus expert guidance. So AI alone still is not very good, but with guided by expert human beings, I think that's the way to go. Okay, so just a few slides. Human intelligence versus artificial intelligence. How is it different? So what is our role and what is AI's role? Where does AI do better? Where do we do better? So we have an intention in doing everything. So I have an intention in presenting this before you. So I have emotions. So I feel good. So I'm passionate. But at best, AI models act like human. They act very well. They are trained to act. Okay, so we are very good in strategic planning. We can do critical thinking. So we can reason a very critical. Logic. We can apply logic in very good way. Okay, so they are still not good in planning. Not very deep critical thinking. They are okay, but not very far from us. Okay, so we can do original design. So I would like to point out that even though AI models are generating images and videos, images that are hard for us to imagine, but we can do original design, completely original design. And our creativity is way better than AI models currently. So what do AI models do? They use the elements they have seen. So if they've seen a tree, they've seen a river, so they will only arrange those and look for variations in those. But we can imagine something that we have not seen, something that has not occurred to us. We have the ability to be very creative. And we have something called common sense. No, we should work on that. No, and AI models don't have anything called common sense. There is nothing. They just learn. They may not do something that's very commonly known to human beings. Okay, so we learn quickly. As I said, the example that babies, when they look at a cat for once, twice, they now know what is a cat. But AI models have to be fed with large data, and you need huge computers to process them. And we know to switch context. So we understand something in one context, and when we move to a different context, we can apply the learning to that context. But AI models are still very poor in transfer learning. And we attach meaning to everything we do. and we have a sense of right and wrong. AI models have no knowledge of meaning nor right and wrong. We have a relationship with God and fellow human beings, so but everything is set of numbers for AI models, right? Okay, how can parents prepare? So as parents or as adults, how can we prepare? So first thing, we should not ignore AI. So as I said, the tech has some negative sides. So we should not be scared by the negative sides of it, but it's going to be there. So if we don't use it, somebody else is going to push it on us, or it's going to be around. So let's not ignore it, but let's understand how it works. So get a glimpse of how it works. Okay, so get a picture of so what is actually happening, and its importance and its risks. And you can have some hands-on. So in the website cardinforchrist.in/AI, if you go, I've put some sample pages that you can see and have fun. And you can also use some productive tools. So if you would like to go further, you can start using AI tools in your everyday life. And we should encourage human skills. Yeah, so some of them I've listed. Relationships. We should go out and relate, not just sit in front of computers. We should build curiosity. This is something I'm not seeing it in students much. They are not so curious like how I was in my childhood. We should encourage creativity, create new things out of paper or a chart or art. So creative abilities, critical thinking, reasoning, detection, induction. Okay, values. Why do we believe something is important, something is good, something is bad? Morality, what is right, what is wrong? The skill of reading. So enjoying to read, getting into imaginary world, understanding how other people think. Okay, so we should discuss with kids about AI. Not in a way to force AI on kids, but expose them to something called AI and something, so that's interesting, and put it in a feedback loop. So I mean, kind of a closed loop. So you share something and kids should give feedback about what they feel or what they know. They might know better, so they are being exposed to the current trends, and then we give them feedback. Okay, so this is good, this is not good. There are limits to this. So, and we teach kids to be responsible, so in AI usage. So blocking is not the solution, but teach them rightly, to use rightly. In our house, we have asked Avia to use, she's allowed to ask 5 questions from Chat GPT-4, 5 questions per day, so something like that. Okay, so we should put limits and also explain the risks. Okay, so we should also explain the limits of these AI models and the risks involved. And we should spend quality time with kids. I think these are the years, maybe before things pick up in a very fast pace, where we can spend time with kids, offline, and careful not to become overly reliant on AI. Like I said, so in just 2 months, we could become addictive of these AI models, and we need to have quiet time for reflection away from AI-driven world, without gadgets, phones, so we should get away. Okay, so how can kids prepare? So I was thinking, what can kids do, to prepare for the years to come, for the next 5 years? 5 to 10 years are going to be crucial. So curiosity and imagination. So I would stress these two, I would stress as the top 2 things we should help kids develop. This is becoming a scarcity now. So stay curious, and creativity in various fields. So not just art and craft, but many things, other things they can explore. Enjoy outdoor play and have fun without the screen. Learn to ask how questions and why questions. This is also something I'm not seeing among students. It's more what questions, which questions, but we should encourage kids to ask how questions. How is this possible? Why is it like this? Why not like this? Reason. Find out the background. Behind whatever they're learning. I would suggest they learn one programming language. They might want to become a doctor or a psychologist or anybody, but it's good to know one language. The easiest is Python. It's very easy to learn. Can be learned in just few months. Project-based learning is something that I would suggest. So not just open a textbook and just memorize things, but do things and on the live learning, and the case studies is something I would also recommend. So give a situation and give a scenario and what would you do? How would you solve problems? What's right, what's wrong, things like that. And we should encourage kids to stay multidisciplinary. So in the sense, if you're interested in physics, good, but do also maths and some biology, some chemistry. Have a good understanding of other areas as well. And we should never stop learning. We should have this, put this in our kids' mind that it's going to be a lifelong learning process. It's not going to be like, okay, so till college you learn and close your learning process. It's not like that. And we should encourage kids to adapt and change. Build kids to be able to adapt to situations and okay for change. Okay, so one more technical demo. This is the last technical demo. Auto GPT is coming up in a big way. So I showed GPT, but we'll have to give all the prompts in GPT. Auto GPT is something that you'd give one task and it will generate all the prompts for you, and you just have to sit back and relax. So it may not be very clear for you here, but just to show you. So I said, write a book to help non-tech parents, to understand AI. So that's the prompt I gave. So it will generate a lot of sub prompts and talk with GPT 3.5 and continue to do things on its own. So I'm not involved in generating further prompts. Okay, first write outline. So it knows the steps. So first write outline, then write chapter notes, and then expand the chapter, add examples, all those things. So I didn't allow it to go very long, but yeah, so I've used it to generate a large content, and it's doing on its own. So it's interacting with GPT 3.5 model and generating all these prompts on its own. So you can just say, build a web page for this purpose, and it can continue to generate a lot of prompts for you and build a website, fix bugs, test it, and do all those things on its own, right? I'll just fast forward a little bit. So this is the kind of text it has generated. It has created an outline, created important points to be covered, and all those. Okay, sorry. Right. Okay, so God and AI, thought I should say something about it. So these are some things that I believe. God created man in his image. There is no change in that. And man will be man irrespective of AI. We should know that. Today we have AI, tomorrow we will have something else. So man will continue to remain man. AI will not take an equal or higher place with man. So it's not like, okay, so we put the arms around a robot and that's going to be equal like us. No, never. That's not going to happen. AI cannot fix man's moral problems. It's only God who can fix our moral problems, the problem in our heart, inside. Love your neighbor is a priority. So in this increasing AI age, so we should stress this. And AI is only a friendly tool in our hands. So it's not, it cannot become God or something. So some people attribute too much value to AI, but it's just a tool. Okay, so I want to say this. So I started by quoting AI, a statement from AI. No, so every concept that exists is related. So everything that exists is related. We just have not found the relationship between them, be it physics, chemistry, biology, space, they're all related, because it's the same God who has created us, and he's created all this, and he's put us in this planet. And slowly we will discover the relationship between all of them. Through Socho Kids also, we are discovering a lot of relationships of this kind. So I believe AI will help us discover patterns and connections. The whys and hows will become more clearer. Okay, knowing God is the main pursuit. Education aids that purpose. So I believe education is just a stepping stone towards knowing God. We learn relationships, we discover relationships between several things around us and laws around us, natural laws, and we ultimately understand who God is. Another statement from AI: the development of AI allows humans to explore and understand the complexities of the world in new ways, deepening our appreciation for the intricacies of God's creation and the intelligence that underlies it. Okay, my predictions. Last slide. My predictions: AI models shall be used and trained by everyone. So you might say, I'm not a tech person, I'm not involved in AI in any way, but I should tell you this, so you will soon be training models yourself. So that's going to happen soon. Okay, domain specialist will be valued. So you know something very in depth. So I think that's going to matter a lot. I think lazy ones may become more lazier. So we better not be in that category. Most current jobs may disappear in about 20 years. That's my prediction. Newer ones will appear. Cyber crime will increase. So that's something we have to be careful about. And I think AI experts may become rich. Talk about Elon Musk or people like that. Okay, so this is the last demo, and I'll close with this. It's a completely AI created dialogue between Bill Gates and Socrates. I'll just play 2 minutes of this, and then we will chat and have questions. Okay, you may not. Okay, I'll exit my. 1 second. I will share from my computer, I think.
No audio.
Are you able to hear? No audio?
No.
Okay, I understand why. Okay, I got disconnected, so I should share audio again. Now you should be able to hear.
Ah, my dear friend Bill, I see you have brought a device with you today. What purpose does it serve?
Can you hear?
Yes.
Is the audio coming? Okay, right. I'll just stop it at 2 minutes or around 3 minutes, I think. Yeah.
Ah, my dear friend Bill, I see you have brought a device with you today. What purpose does it serve?
Greetings, Socrates. This is a laptop, a marvel of modern technology. It harbors an artificial intelligence that can revolutionize heuristic education.
Interesting.
Imagine a world where students learn at their own pace, guided by a tireless tutor that never errs.
Is this the MacBook you often refer to?
No. This is a Surface. You just need to remember that. Surface.
Fascinating. But tell me, what is the essence of this artificial intelligence you speak of?
It is a machine that can learn and reason, built
Wow.
upon vast amounts of data and complex algorithms. It imitates human thought processes to provide tailored learning experiences.
I sense a shadow over this marvel, a hidden danger lurking within. Dear Bill, as you know, I am a proponent of self-examination and seeking wisdom.
That's true.
Tell me, what might we gain from this new form of intelligence you have created?
Oh, you don't know how much Microsoft has been in the limelight recently. If those big companies don't come out and talk about AI, I don't know how much the stock prices will fall. To be serious, Socrates, artificial intelligence has the potential to revolutionize heuristic education. We can utilize AI to personalize learning, allowing each individual to explore and discover knowledge in a manner tailored to their own interests and abilities.
As the great philosopher Plato once said, the measure of a man is what he does with power.
I agree.
But Catesius, do we not risk becoming over-reliant on this AI, losing our own ability to think critically and independently? Does not the essence of heuristic learning lie in the struggle to find solutions, much like how a moth must break free from its cocoon to strengthen its wings? Will AI not rob students of this essential struggle?
Any technology will have potential risks and limitations. You know, in my time, there was a guy who sold phones, but he rarely let his own children use them, which shows that everything has two sides.
Sure.
But AI can be designed to strike a balance. It need not provide immediate answers, but rather act as a mentor, gently nudging students in the right direction while allowing them to discover solutions on their own. At the same time, AI handles the mundane tasks, giving teachers more time to engage with students on a deeper level.
But is it not through wrestling with these mundane tasks that the soul is strengthened and wisdom forged? Can a tree grow strong if it is not buffeted by the winds of adversity? Technology can be a tool, but does it not also serve as a crutch? I fear that reliance on AI will cause humans to become complacent, and thus cease to engage in the very heuristic thinking you claim it enhances. A ship's captain, for instance, must learn to navigate the seas on his own, for he cannot rely solely on his compass. Just like a Windows user has to learn how to fix the blue screen issue on their own, they can't always rely on calling you.
That's the end of my presentation. So yeah, I'll take questions if you have. I'll go through the chat and also answer questions if you would like to ask questions, or you can just turn on your mic and ask questions. Yeah, Betty will also share a PDF that that just has some sample discussions with GPT-4, and you can enjoy reading them. Yeah, John Ruben, you have a question? Yes, go ahead, please. If you have a comments also, you can share, not just questions. John, can't hear you. Okay, Betty, can you post the feedback link also? So please leave your feedback, and this is also recorded and it will be shared. If you fill the feedback form, we'll share it with you also. It's also available on YouTube.
Okay, one question that person asked is, are there any links to learn AI programming?
Okay. I'll update the website with some more links. So I just put some introductory links. So I'll put some more links on the website. So maybe tomorrow you can check. Yeah. So tomorrow onwards, and
Another question. Sorry.
Sorry, this is John Ruben's wife, but I can wait. My mic was not working previously, but I can wait for you, Betty.
You can go ahead.
Okay. So, of course, it was very interesting. I'm a psychiatrist, and I've not yet started working, but we are thinking about autism, people with autism. And one thing they say that people with autism think of relationships in terms of numbers. So and they say that even their very wiring of the brain is different, and the way they look at life is different from the way we look at life, and we can't expect them to behave the way we behave. So I was just wondering in a playful way if I should understand AI more to understand how people with autism behave and see things. So my question is, you mentioned that it can be used for counseling. So like when it behaves like a teacher, we can tune it to say more empathetic words and comments. So when there are old people who need helpers to keep their house clean, and can these AI be incorporated into machines which can come and clean the house and also give some, comforting words to those old people and replace a human? Is it a possibility?
Yeah, having chat with the these AI models is very much possible. I have an app in my phone. I can just tap it and have a conversation with it. So back and forth. That's very, very nice. Yeah, I'm not aware of how kids with autism and how their brains behave. Yeah, it might help in understanding how AI models work, and maybe there is a relationship. We don't know, but yeah, having a chat is very much possible. But we have not made good progress with robots. So robots are still messing up things, falling here and there. So that's going to take some time, I think, and it's pretty expensive still. But these chat models are very, very cheap, and we can customize one for any use case, be it autism or old people. That's very much possible. That's not an issue. So I can give you some links to that. Yeah.
So if I understood right, this hardware is robo, but the software is AI.
Correct.
So we now are good at AI, the software, but not good at the hardware, which can balance itself and move around.
Yeah, you can think of it like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, if you have any comments, questions, go ahead. I would like to hear from you what you think. Okay, so I'm just looking at the chat. So there are some questions. Are all these AI websites for free? Not. Well, some of them are free. Some of them are available for trial. But yeah, everybody would like to make money out of it. So some things are not very expensive. GPT-4 is $23 per month. So that's the cost. And some websites are 2,000 rupees per year, and you can use it through the year, something like that. So yeah, if you want something specific, you can ask. I can guide you there.
Yeah, thank you so much for this, taking time and addressing this. I feel AI is kind of, as you've covered in your talk today, it's kind of going to be really revolutionary. It's going to change everything, the way we do things. And I just feel we need to really be on the learn and pivot accordingly. I was talking to a friend and thinking in terms of the industrial revolution and how it changed things. But this is like, it seems like it'll go at 100x the speed of the industrial revolution. So we were also feeling a bit lost as to, not knowing how do you use it fully. So some of the things you've shared has been very helpful. And I would appreciate, as you said, you'll put some more links. That'll be helpful. Just for us to learn more and understand more how it works and how we can use it in a good manner. So thank you so much.
Sure, thank you, Kunal. I'll update the website. Yeah, so I'll populate it some more, and I'll keep updating it as we go ahead. So yeah, I'll also keep a place for questions there in case you have any questions, anything specific. I'll try and find answers for you. Yeah, for others also.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. ChatGPT 4 doesn't have an app. It is only web-based. Yeah, I think, yeah, Kunal has answered that. Yeah, GPT-4 link also I will share. Yeah.
The recent question is, does ChatGPT need high bandwidth?
No, it doesn't. It works on very small data. 2G connection is good enough. You don't even need 3G, 4G. Very small bandwidth is good enough. Can we ask questions in Hindi? It does understand some Hindi, but it's not very good. They have not worked on Hindi models, I think. So yeah, as of now, you can just playfully handle Hindi, but not in a good way. I think Betty has also answered it.
One person asked about websites where they can learn online course on GPT, ChatGPT, prompt engineering.
Okay. Yeah, I'll add those links. Yeah. So one problem I'll face is there are about 1 million resources, and resources are just appearing every day. So I'll select some that I think would help, that I come across, and I'll add, but you can always
Lost your voice.
is it now? Am I okay now? Hello.
Yes, now we are all right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, lost
So
for a few seconds.
okay. So a certification is not required as of now, unless you want you want to take certification for cloud services or something like that, just to learn AI and what AI does, and to use AI in a particular field or build AI models. You don't need a certification unless you want to take certification from a good provider. No, there are lots of open source tools, free tools that you can use and play around. These days, you don't even have to know coding. You can put blocks, stack them up, make connections, and Hugging Face is one of them, where you can build things. So yeah. And yeah, prompt engineering is also becoming a job profile now. People are looking for prompt engineers. Yeah. Okay. Learn AI programming. Yeah. So I have put some places where put some links where you can go and use your data to train AI models. So yeah, so I might add some more. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, one question is installing or using AI tools, will that keep our gadgets and sensitive information in risk, like bank account information, things like that?
Yeah, so whenever you install something, and okay, one tip, never install from unknown sources, never. Okay, so even if that seems to be trusted or recommended, I think that's better to avoid. Second thing, when you install, it will ask for permissions. When you give permissions, it's better to give temporary permissions and then come out, so I mean, remove the permissions. So don't leave the permissions as such. Some apps will say you have to give all the permissions. Then you'll have to evaluate if the app is so important for you. They're going to take all these data. I mean, bank details. It has happened to me once. So without me knowing, it has happened to me once. So I would say we have to be careful and install less apps, or have another phone where we don't have any personal information. So you try all the apps there, and then if the app is safe, you think it is good, then you can install it on your personal phone. but yeah, it's better to be careful. And when you give permissions, you should immediately remove permissions. I always manually go give permissions and manually remove it. I try to do that.
Okay.
Future of artists. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so artists will have to learn to play a collaborative approach. I think there are big improvements being made. Just in 6 months alone, we've come to a very high quality art, and art like how we want it, in what style we want it. So so artists can mix AI and their skills, and yeah, that could be one option, or something unique you have to offer that AI is struggling to. Yeah, I think more or less it'll most of our jobs will be a collaborative approach. It won't be just AI, it won't be just us without AI, but we'll use AI and use our skills, and so you use AI to do better, 10x or 15x or even 100x productivity. Many people have come back and shared their feedback. My own productivity has improved enormously using these AI tools. So yeah, you can increase your productivity like that. Yeah, Betty. There's another question on AI in music making. These are in early stages, so I've tried some apps that websites and programs that develop music. So we are still in early stages, but I think we are making good progress. And in a year or two, I think we will have decent music. So you can just ask for it, and you might get it. Yeah, there's another question here. When hypothetically speaking, if AI took over human jobs such as waiters, tour guides, or receptionists, would they do a good job? I don't know. So that's what. So they don't have. I mean, we can't be sure that they have common sense, in the sense that things that every human being knows, they may not have figured out it. But they might do well what they're trained to do, and they might do it tirelessly, no break, etc. So we can train them to be polite and kind, and yeah. So in a way, they would do a good job, I know, on an average. But there are some specific cases where humans would do better. Yeah, and yeah. Christopher has a question.
Yes, brother. As you have
Yeah.
created, as you have created one poem and one book. So who will be the copyright owner for this?
Yeah, so as of AI created content, as I understand today, there is no copyright possible for AI created content. There are laws yet to be made. So it's just open material, whatever AI is creating, anybody can use it. That's how it is currently. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, Betty? I think that's
I think that's it in the chat. Anybody has any question, you can please ask.
Right. So if you don't have further questions, thank you so much. And so I thought I've learned something, and I think it's time for everybody to start thinking. So that's why I thought we should share this. So you can also share it with others. And if you need something specific, we can do another workshop like this, or we can even do a workshop where you can try something hands-on. So based on interest, we can take up further evenings like this. Yeah, thank you so much. If you still have questions, you can, I'll stay back for another 5-10 minutes. You can ask, otherwise others can leave. Please leave your feedback. Yep, thank you.